Hello and welcome to a special Halloween episode of Fury of Dracula. But this isn't Fury of Dracula, this is the Jeopardy of Dracula, a quiz show I put together for Halloween, which I don't celebrate because I think Satan can go shove it. But for all you pagans or candy hungry children out there, you need Jesus. But also, let's enjoy some quizzing and trivia for the Fury of Dracula board game. Here competing today, we have in Team 1, Captain Gyro, in Team 2, Roscoe, and in Team 3, Strider. Captain Gyro, say hello to the studio audience.
Hi, everybody. Good thing I'm on push to talk because I just laughed my ass off through that whole intro.
Oh, good. I was hoping that my I said a joke or two. I have been known to, on occasion, say one or two of those things. Roscoe, how are you doing this morning or evening or whatever time it is where you are?
I'm doing very well. It's a pleasure to be here, Alec, and I look forward to understanding the game as we go along.
All right, great. Yeah, Roscoe had a bit of a disadvantage because they don't really get Jeopardy over where he is, but I'm sure that will just give everyone else a fighting chance. And then on Team 3, Strider, how are you doing?
I'm great today. Thanks for having me on the show. Very excited to show you my lack of knowledge, but I'm looking forward to a fun time.
Great, great. Well, I get to hide my lack of knowledge because I looked up all these answers ahead of time, and so I get to look like a smart guy. The way this is going to work is that people will. I'm going to. It's normal rules of Jeopardy, except we aren't going to do negative points for getting a wrong answer. Anyone can answer any question, and the way that they will be answering is by typing it into the Discord stream, as you see there over on the right side of the screen. And if multiple people get the right answer, the person who does it first will do it. I'm not going to tend to be a stickler on the whole responses should be in the form of a question thing. But if two people do respond and they both get the right answer and one of them is in the form of a question, I will defer towards that, even if they're slower. Unless I forget about that rule, it's not a very big deal. Let's get started. And I believe we had Captain Gyro on Team 1, so he can pick first? Or did I think it was Roscoe? I'm going to say, because Roscoe joined the stream first, that he's going to be able to pick a category first. But before you pick, I will go ahead and press this start button. Does everyone see the screen
We do.
properly?
Yep,
There
yep.
are 5 categories. The first category, geography. Next category, lore. Huh, what is it good for? Third category, eventful. Fourth category, supplies attack. And fifth category, the bird is the word. Problem. All right, Roscoe, what would you like to ask? What question do you want first?
I would like eventful for 200, please.
Eventful for 200. While this event had a chance of revealing Dracula's current location and requiring him to announce his next move in 2nd edition, in 3rd and 4th edition it gives far vaguer information with no more die roll required. And I think I misspelled vaguer there. And that would be Captain Gyro with, well, actually, that's right. We have Roscoe, I believe, with what is hypnosis? Um,
Strider with the
but
wrong answer.
he was so much slower than Captain Gyro. I think I'm still going to give it to Captain Gyro, Team 100, for
Woohoo!
200 points. I know I said I was gonna, because I said I was gonna not be a stickler on the right. And then continue is escape. Okay, all right. That means Captain Gyro, you get to pick the next category.
Woohoo! Hypnosis. That's good. Yeah. Let's take eventful for 300.
Eventful for 300. Who needs luck? While many hunter events can reveal hideouts on Dracula's trail, even his current location, this is the only event in the game whose effect can be used to guarantee the instant revelation of Dracula's current location at the cost of but a single action. And Captain Gyro is correct with Money
Woohoo!
Trail. While
Yeah, that's a
Hired
tough one.
Scouts might reveal Dracula's current location, Money Trail is the only one that can guarantee the instant revelation of his
Mm.
current location. Also, it costs an
Oh.
action in and Hired Scouts does not. So that's going to be, let's see, Captain Gyro, your team won. That's going to go to you. And next one, what do you want to guess?
Let me have lore, huh? What is it good for 100?
Lore, huh? This vampire slayer, who appeared in the novel Dracula, as well as in second edition of Fury of Dracula, does not appear in third or fourth edition of the game. And that is going to be correct to Strider. Who is Quincy
Yes!
Morris? I feel like
Yes.
I would have been doing a disservice to myself if I did not have at least one Quincy Morris question in the game. All right. Strider, what you get to pick now?
I'll do eventful for 100, please.
Eventful. While only one of these cards is an event, both share the trait that they can prevent a combat involving Dracula. And Captain Gyro is correct. Maybe I should have mentioned that sometimes some of these questions involve multiple answers, while Strider was correct in what is fog. Strider also said what is escape route. That's right. You actually input both of those answers before Captain Gyro did, so I'm actually going to give this
Yeah.
to Strider.
That's right.
I
Yes.
feel a little
Fair.
bad for not telling you that, yes, sometimes answers will involve multiple. In fact, sometimes many, many multiples of event cards. But good job to Strider. Yes, the answer, unnatural fog and escape route are
Yes.
the answer there. All right, Strider, next.
Woohoo! I will do geography for 100, please.
Geography for 100. These three cities are the locations of the three hospitals in the third and fourth editions of Fury of Dracula. All right, Madrid, Rome, and Budapest. And I believe it was Captain Gyro who had that first. Captain Gyro, your team won, so you get that. And
Been to the hospital many times.
haven't we
think.
all? All right. What's your next question you want to pick or answer?
Let me have supplies attack for 100.
While a combat card in its own right in second edition, in third edition, this item was changed to no longer be a combat card and is the only item card which modifies the damage of other combat cards.
Oh, damn.
And Captain Gyro is correct with what is Holy Bullets. That's right. In second edition, Holy Bullets was its own combat card. And it even said in the flavor text on Holy Bullets that it comes with its own special gun. That's a fun fact about that. All right, let's see. I believe Captain Gyro, you got that. So which one do you want?
I'll take supplies attack for 200, Quincy.
These four cards can prevent the resolution of Escape as Bat, though one of them is not an item.
Not fast enough for this.
Yeah, you gotta do that.
Okay, yes.
speed
What is
typing.
Knife, Rifle, Holy Circle, and Lucy's Revenge? So Captain Gyro of Team 1 will get that one. All right, next, what do you want?
Let's have the bird is the word for 100. The word problem.
These Dracula combat cards cannot be countered by a Hunter basic card. All right, everyone has an answer in. What is Escape is Bat and Escape is Mist? That's right.
Yeah.
Both of the Escape cards cannot be countered by any of the Hunter basic cards. So Strider, I believe you got that. You are team 3, which means
3.
Strider, you get to pick the next question.
I'll do geography for 200, please.
This is the only city on the board adjacent to 7 road spaces.
Beat me to it.
I think where is the correct.
Oh
way
yeah,
to
no,
the
that would be
footage,
fine. Although Strider did beat you there, I'm gonna say yes. What is Strasbourg? And I think I have the correct spelling there. So, but no negative points for misspelling. This isn't a spelling game; it's a knowledge game. So Strider, you'll get that.
Yes.
Team
Doing okay.
3, yes.
Lore, what is it good for 200?
While a major character in the novel, Jonathan Harker is only an ally in the board game, and this is the explanation given for his reduced presence as stipulated in the opening lore on the first page of the Learn to Play rulebook. Okay, and the answer is to protect his and Mina's son, Quincy Harker, which
Oh, wow.
Captain Gyro. Yes, that is. There's a whole like half a page of lore text on the Learn to Play rulebook, and that is the explanation given of why Mina is being a hunter and Jonathan is not. That Jonathan is protecting Quincy Harker. So, Captain Gyro, I believe you get that. Your team won, and so you get to pick the next one.
Let's take geography for 300.
Each city in Fury of Dracula is given a number. The numbering of cities is organized using this method. And Captain Gyro is correct. It is alphabetical. Alphabetically.
Alicante to Zurich.
Yep.
Okay, Captain Gyro, you get to pick another one.
Let's take geography for 400.
These cities are each cities where Dracula could be killed via consecrated ground, leaving him with no legal move even after clearing his trail.
Oh yeah, damn it.
Oh, Strider with the big brain, though.
All right.
right.
There's actually
Weircraft
5
training.
of them. Granada, Manchester, Boulogne, Prague, and
Oh,
Florence.
I got
so I'm
one
going to
on.
go with who picked the most. You all picked, I think, only correct answers here. Let's see. Manchester. Oh, but Strider said Hamburg, which I'm going to count as like a negative answer. Meaning he got 3 right and Captain Gyro got 3 right. So I'm going to give this to Captain Gyro because you were first and you had no incorrect answers.
Yeah. Whoops.
That's a question everybody should know the answer to.
Yeah,
if you play
yeah.
this game.
One thing I was surprised when I was looking this up is I didn't know Berlin was one of those. Berlin and Prague, right next to each other, are those checkmate locations. Okay, so Captain Gyro, you get that. And you can pick another one.
Let's take lore. What is it good for 300?
Fury of Dracula takes place 8 years after this date, the date of the original events of Bram Stoker's novel.
Oh,
Damn, I don't remember.
Okay, I'm going to say nobody else wants to answer that, but that's fine because
Oh,
because
no.
Roscoe got it correct, getting on the board.
Good job,
with
Roscoe.
300 points. Good job.
Catching up.
And 1890. The game takes place in 1898. All right. That means Roscoe, you get to pick the next category.
wow. Just to remind you, I'm still playing in the game. Okay, let's do Bird is the Word for 200, please.
If all spaces adjacent to Dracula are on the trail, you may think this is a Dracula error. However, these cards can be played as legal moves first.
Yeah, beat me to it.
They just put adding
All right,
answers
I
as you go
actually
along.
listed Misdirect, Hide, Wolfform, Dark Call, and Feed, but you know what? Roscoe's correct. Power cards. Each of these are power cards, and these are all the power cards. So I'm going to take that answer and give
Oh,
him
Strider
another
put that answer.
cool
Yeah.
200 points. Good way to
Am I?
trick the system and be like, wait a minute, this is a correct answer, and
Was I first
it
on
is a
that?
shorter answer. Say what?
Correction though, Quincy. Strider put that answer in first.
Oh, Strider did. Oh, that's right.
Yep.
Okay, I will take away those points and give those to Strider. Good catch.
Yeah, good
Thank you,
answer
Then,
with the
Roscoe.
power
but
card.
then he answered again. He answered again. It's only one answer, and then he came back with feed, dark call, and hide.
Yeah, because I
Oh,
didn't
that's
know. I
true.
mean,
Actually, he sort of
yeah,
gave a
give it
correct
to
answer and then
Roscoe.
an incorrect answer. You know what? For
Yeah,
that reason, and
give it to
because I want to
Roscoe.
pretend that I was correct the first time, I'm going to give him back to Roscoe, and I'm going to get away
Here you
from
go.
this before I keep.
Redemption.
I'm going to get away from that before I go trying to switch stuff around and then give myself points. All right,
Oh, you're good.
Roscoe, you get to pick a category now.
Okay, let's do lore. Huh. What is it good for? 400.
This item, appearing in every edition of Fury of Dracula, was used in the novel to land the killing blow on Dracula. All right, the answer is a knife. I would have also
Oh,
accepted a kukri knife or a Bowie knife if you wanted to be really specific. Although technically, knife is what appears in the game, and knife is the answer that Captain Gyro gave. So I will give him the points.
Woohoo.
man, close game here.
All right. Yes, it's, Captain Gyro. You get to pick now.
Let's take lore for 500.
While all these characters appear in some version of Fury of Dracula, all of them also share the fact that they each killed one or more vampires in the novel by Bram Stoker, though two of them share in landing the killing blow on Dracula himself. All right. The correct answers are Lord Godalming, Van Helsing, Quincy Morris, and Jonathan Harker. Lord Godalming kills Lucy Westenra with a stake. Van Helsing kills
Yeah.
Dracula's brides. Quincy Morris and Jonathan Harker share in the killing of Dracula. So I think Captain Gyro did give me more correct answers, although the other two of you did get two correct. So I will give that to Captain Gyro.
I forgot about good Almond killing Lucy with the
Yeah,
stake.
people forget that one in the beginning. It's not
Yeah,
like a very
yeah.
like dramatic like combat killing, but he does technically kill Lucy there at the beginning. All right, that means Captain Gyro, you get to pick the next category.
Let's take supplies attack for 300.
These are the combat cards that can inflict damage to Dracula even if you are not the engaged hunter. Ah, you are all very, very close. But I should remind you that punch is a combat item or a combat
Oh,
card. I did not say combat items. I said combat cards. So let's see
Hmm.
here. Weapons and Heavenly Host. Yeah, pistol, rifle, and knife are the weapons, and that gets all but one. Knife, rifle, pistol, Heavenly Host. I did. You know what? I actually am going to give this a Strider because he actually listed the specific uh, items
words.
and wasn't vague. So I will give that to Strider,
Yes, thank you.
and we'll move on. Next one, Strider. What do you want?
Bird is the word problem for 300.
A combat has begun between Dracula and a lone hunter. Both have 3 HP each. This combination of cards in the hunter's hand would ensure the hunter's victory in the first round of combat if Dracula has no Dracula events.
I don't know.
Oh, I think Roscoe got it.
All right. I think everyone has their answer in. The answer is Great Strength Knife or a gun plus Holy Bullets, Heavenly Host, and a planned ambush. Garlic Wreath and Heavenly Host would not work because a Fangs against a Garlic Wreath would gain 2 HP, putting him at 5, and then he would take 4 damage, putting him at 1. So that is an incorrect answer. Planned ambush, Garlic Wreath, and Heavenly Host. That would ensure that the hunter survived, but it would not kill Dracula. Yeah, you would need the planned ambush and either basically the knife or the Heavenly Host. Yeah, I'm going to say none of you got that right, so I'm not going to give points to anybody.
Sadness.
So
Thoughtful
let's see,
question,
who guessed last? I believe I actually forgot.
That was me.
All right.
That's me. Well, let's do the bird is the word problem for 400.
Okay, this combination of cards would result in the maximum damage that can be inflicted on Dracula in a single round of combat with a lone hunter and result in this amount of damage. Okay, you guys are going to be surprised by this, but the answer is if Dracula plays Fangs against Garlic Wreath with a pistol rifle plus holy bullets and a Sister Agatha is in play will result in 11 damage.
Oh, wow.
Now, he won't retain that 11 damage because he will heal 2 and then die, and so that could result, depending on his HP, in different numbers. But yes, 11 damage. Let's see. Pistol, rifle, hold
Take
bullets.
that, Dracula.
Yeah, none of you really got
Wow.
close enough, so I'm not
Shouldn't
going to
have
give that to
played
anyone. Yeah,
Fangs,
can you believe that?
loser.
You can do 11 damage.
That's
In a
never
si-
been seen in a game. That's why none of us thought about it.
Right,
It's-
right, yeah. No,
Glenn,
I actually
the-
did the math. I was like, what was the most damage you can do? And it was like, well,
Wow.
the Garlic Wreath. Yeah, no, but then you also have the gun and the holy bullets. Oh, but then you tack on Sister Agatha to that. Yeah, you can do over 2/3 of his damage. Who needs Heroic Leap? Yeah. All right.
If you look to your left, there's a Sasquatch.
All right, Strider, I believe it's still your go.
Vengeful for 400, please.
Digital edition of Fury of Dracula has a few tweaks and changes to the rules of 4th edition, but one change that had no effect on the rules was to exclude this from every card in the physical game. And that is correct. Lore text or flavor text.
Strider beat me to it.
That is true, but Captain Gyro did say what is flavor text. But because Captain Gyro is beating you all so badly, I'm going to give it to Strider anyway. So, yes, the lore text. There is a fun lore text on almost every card in Fury of Dracula. Both events and items that explain a little bit how the thing is working or what the context is of the event or item. All of that was removed from Digital Edition. Okay, Strider, it's your go.
400, supplies attack.
Mina with a stake has nothing to fear when searching in a space with a vampire, unless, of course, Dracula has this card.
But gotcha.
Damn it, I can't type quick enough.
Oh, yeah, it turns out this was a typing challenge the whole time.
It's biased
Strider
against
is
the
correct.
elderly.
It is seduction. All right, Strider, catching up there. You can pick one more.
I do read the cards. What is eventful for 500?
Similar to Good Luck, this card does not say it costs an action to play. However, in the digital edition of Fury of Dracula, it does indeed cost an action to play. Believe it or not, Wax Cylinders does not say it costs an action to play, but it does cost an action to play in digital edition. This was something I only discovered yesterday when I was going through the questions, and I was like, "Oh, that's so obscure. I gotta put that in as a 500-point question." But yeah, if you pull up your copy, and probably I should have mentioned this, but you shouldn't be like looking at the rules or the game. Just be looking at this. This isn't an open book test, but yeah, Wax Cylinders does not
Yep.
cost an action. All right, Strider, I think it's still your go.
Yep. Bird is the word. Problem. 500.
Dracula has just been revealed in Lisbon with surprising return and is at 4 HP. However, he has a single unknown encounter in his space, and only Lord Godalming is adjacent to him with 1 HP. If Van Helsing is at sea and Mina and Seward are in London, what combination of cards is necessary to play in order to guarantee a victory for the hunters in these circumstances? All right, I'm realizing I wrote this question incorrectly given the answer, but I think that means that Roscoe has the correct answer. I meant to stipulate that Lord Godalming had no event cards in his hand, but I didn't, so because of that, I'm going to stick with Roscoe's answer of Great Strength, Forewarned, and Heroic Leap, even though technically you also need Escape Route to protect you from a vampire. You don't need Consecrated Ground at all. Although you don't need great strength either, but I did say speedy telegraph. I think Roscoe and Captain Gyro are close enough to being correct, and since Roscoe got it first, I will give the points to him. This is on me.
That's a tricky one.
Man, I just edited this question because I thought, oh, I needed escape route too, but yeah, this is the long answer.
I see. So you move him to a port, trade
Right.
all the cards for Godalming.
Yeah,
and then
technically
switch
you would
back
have
to
to
it.
play Renewed Vigor and Speedy Telegraph, have Van Helsing move first, trade Forewarned, Escape Route, and Heroic Leap to Godalming, and then he would move in. The Escape Route would protect from a vampire, the Forewarned would protect from a fog, and the Heroic Leap would kill Dracula. But
Checkmate.
I didn't write the question right, so that what would have been a really cool thing isn't completely ruined. Okay, Roscoe, it's your pick.
I will gladly take the points for any glitch. That's fine. Let's do geography 500, please.
Geography 500. These 3 regions share this feature. They are each adjacent to exactly 3 different ocean spaces.
No.
It's hard. Oh, regions.
Yeah, so only one of you answered with regions, but yes, the correct answer, and I would have not cared too much about, like, if you said Britain instead of Britannica. But yes, Britannica, Italia, and Gallia. Yes. And this can be a little tricky because Cagliari is adjacent to 2 different ocean regions. Italy
Your
is
answer has
adjacent
Baltica.
to the Mediterranean, the Tyrrhenian, and the Adriatic. Baltica is adjacent to the Adriatic, the Ionian, and the Black Sea. And Gallia is adjacent to the North Atlantic, Mediterranean, and the English Channel. So that's going to be Captain Gyro who gets that.
So was it Baltica or Britannica?
Baltica. Britannica is adjacent to 4 ocean spaces.
Oh,
So
I put Britannica though, so I didn't get it.
Oh, you did put Britannica, so that's a wrong
Yeah.
answer.
I got Italy and France, but yeah,
You
I
did.
forgot Baltic
If you
was
had just
attached to
nah,
3
I'm
too,
not
so-
gonna give that to anyone. Yeah, I thought you said Baltica. But okay, I'm taking those points away from you. You have enough
Good
points already.
question, though.
Yeah, these are tough.
Yeah, well, it's a 500 point question. Okay, Strider, I think is your turn.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah,
We can
you
all
get
pick it.
okay. While providing a combat bonus in second edition, these two item cards were changed in third and fourth edition to no longer have any effect while in combat. All right, the correct answer is dogs and steak.
Yes.
That's right.
Nice.
Steak was a combat item in second edition. You could just
Yep.
play. It was similar to knife, but if you used
Oh.
it against like a human opponent, it was discarded. And it actually there was this interesting mechanic in second edition where knife would say you damage Dracula to the next increment of 5. So on Dracula's list there was like 15, 10, and 5 were red. And so hitting him with a stake would take him to that threshold, basically. It was like threshold damage. And dogs provided a initiative bonus. Initiative was something that determined which card went off first. In third and fourth edition, it's just Dracula's card goes off first, and then the Hunter's card goes off first, or goes off next. In second edition, it wasn't like that. There was an initiative value, and dogs provided a +4 to your initiative, which was pretty significant, making dogs actually really, really good in second edition because it provided a decent combat bonus, but also protected you from all the things that it protects you from in third and fourth edition. All right, so that's all of them. Now we have Final Jeopardy, where I will ask a question. You can all wager an amount of your points.
Did I get?
So go
points for
ahead
that?
and pick what you're wagering now. You can type it in. You can wager up to whatever you have. You all have more than 500, so that's fine. Oh, that's right. I forgot to give you your points. You should have gotten 500 for that.
Yes.
Which
Sorry.
there it is. Thank
That's
you for
significant.
keeping me honest there, Strider. Roscoe's all in. Roscoe, you must have watched Jeopardy because that's the correct move. Although, wait until everyone's picked before you give your answer. I don't want people choosing how much they're wagering based on what everyone else is doing. You're supposed to do it simultaneous. So just let me know when everybody's.
Has a number in? Hold on, let me think about what my number
Roscoe,
wants
I'll
to
let
be.
you change it if you want to.
No, I think mine's academic anyway.
All right, I'm ready.
All right, everyone, what are you wagering?
3, 2, 1.
All right, go ahead and remember that. I will read the Final Jeopardy question. Let me get my timer ready. So I will have about 30 seconds in which you are able to answer this question. And the question is, on page 5 of the Learn to Play rulebook for Fury of Dracula 4th edition, the book gives this advice to new Hunter players, which veterans of the game would describe as very bad advice. Your time starts now. I won't do the song because we don't have the rights to it, so I will just stand here awkwardly.
Do you want to count to 30 and tell us to hit enter
I'm
at
counting.
the same time?
Yeah.
But don't hit enter till you tell us. Okay.
Yeah, don't hit enter until I tell you to hit enter. All right, that has been 30 seconds. You may hit enter when I say so. Everyone hit enter now. Okay. Strider says, the most veteran player should play as Dracula. Roscoe says, what is hunters should supply on their night turn? And Captain Gyro says, move during the day and supply at night. I'm going to read this section, and you guys can argue about who is correct. It says, hunters should focus on tracking down and killing Dracula. Doing so takes time and cooperation. During the early part of the game, hunters should use actions to move around the map, hoping to find a location that is on Dracula's trail?
That's Gyros, because Gyro said move during the day, and I just did supply at night.
Yeah, move during the day and supply at night. Captain Gyro's kind of correct. Strider's incorrect. I'm gonna say Roscoe's incorrect. How much did you bet, Captain Gyro? Because if I count you as
1,500.
wrong, you technically lose. Move during the day and supply at night. The text is, during the early part of the game, hunters should use actions to move around the map, hoping to find a location on Dracula's trail. Yeah, I feel like that's close enough to being correct that I will give it to you.
Yeah.
So that I don't know how to give you
It
1,200
seems
points.
like that's what it's trying to imply, strategy
yeah.
wise.
I'm going to say Captain Gyro has won it there, although if he had not gotten that final answer correct, I think maybe Strider might have won that. But yeah, that is that. I knew this wouldn't go as long as I wanted to. It took way too much time for me to put this together. But maybe we'll do it again next year.
That was a blast, dude. That's fun.
Yeah, well done.
Thank
I
you.
came with nothing, I'm leaving with nothing.
And thank you for showing up, Roscoe, last minute to replace the guy who was going to do this, allowing us to do this entire thing. This will post on Halloween. Until then, have Godspeed.